छन् र बाँकी कहाँ सबै छन् जाति यहाँ कोही छन् र बाँकी कहाँ सबै छन् जाति यहाँ गरेका मिली सबै
गुराँस पनि फुल्छ यहाँ
एउटै हो सबको रहर बनाऊ यो हाम्रो सहर
एउटै हो सबको रहर बनाऊ यो हाम्रो सहर
हाम्रो विराटनगर
Namaste सबैजनालाई, all the viewers and the students who are sitting in front of Makalu television. I heartily welcome you in this program of distance learning education organized by PAPSON and with the effort of the teachers of this Morang district. As usual, I am your Prakash Dhasar, and today we will again study about science, and in science we will study about biology, and in biology, in previous class I promised you that we will study about more details on the classification of plants and animals, and today especially I am going to explain you about more on the classification of plants. आज हामी plants को classification को बारेमा विशेषतया कुरा गर्नेछौं. So without any delay, let's begin our chapter. So in previous chapter we have already studied about the characteristics that distinguish between plants and animals, and then we discussed about habitat, वासस्थान को बारेमा पनि हामीले कुरा गर्यौं, means the place where plants or animals grow or spend their life. And then according to the habitat we classify plants into two categories, that is aquatic plants and terrestrial plants. Please see on your screen, last time we discussed about aquatic plants which are also called hydrophytes, and terrestrial plants which are also called mesophytes or xerophytes. Now let's have a short description on aquatic plants and terrestrial plants. Aquatic plants or hydrophytes. These aquatic plants that live in water are divided or categorized into three groups. They are free-floating plants, means those plants that can freely float on water. Their roots are not get touched with the bottom surface of water. Second, submerged plant, means those plants which are completely get submerged, जो पुरै पूर्ण रूपले पानीमा डुबेको हुन्छ. For an example, hydrilla. And the third, emergent plant. Emergent plant, one half part of the plant, means root and flower part and fruit part of the plant is above the water, and rest other part is below the water, and remember their roots touch the base of water, means swell of water. So aquatic plant can be categorized, divided into how many groups? Three groups: free floating plants, submerged plants, and emergent plants. Likewise, terrestrial plant means those plants that don't grow in water, that grow on land, are called terrestrial plant. And on different basis of its body structure, its living property, we can categorize this terrestrial plant into four groups. They are some plants that grow in warm and moist climate. They are also called mesophytes. For an example, coconut, papaya, these plants, mango plants, they grow in hot and moist climate. And second one is plants that grow in very hot and dry climate, like in desert area. Have you ever seen some plants that grow in desert area? Of course, yes. For an example, cactus, aloe, many more. These plants have long thorns, have very fleshy leaves. Yes, these plants are very different in structure than other plants. They are the plants that grow in very hot, where there is very scarcity of water. Yes, and the temperature is very hot. And the third one is plants growing in moist and sandy place. एकदम ओसिलो छाया परेको गुम्सिएको ठाउँमा उम्रिने प्लान्ट्सहरू. फर एन इक्जाम्पल मसरुम, च्याउ त हामीले सबैले खाएका छौँ. फर्न प्लान्ट्स, उन्यु हामी सबैले खाएका छौँ है. यी प्लान्ट्सहरू एकदमै स्याडी प्लेसमा जहाँ धेरै घाम पनि लाग्दैन र जहाँ एकदमै जमिन भिजेको हुन्छ त्यस्तो ठाउँमा उम्रिन्छन्. Fourth one, the plants that grow in a very cold climate. Yes, in Nepal we can find some places, Himalayan region especially, where the climate is very cold, extremely cold. Snow falls over there. And have you seen plants growing over there? Yeah, they are very different in structure than the plants that grow over here in Tara region. Their leaves are needle in shape. They are in conical shape. Yeah, so as a whole, this terrestrial plant can be divided into 4 groups. Plants that grow in warm and moist climate, plants grow in hot and dry climate, plants growing in moist and sandy climate, and plants growing in very cold climate. Now, let's go on the further classification of plants. I promised you today we will just discuss about the classification of plants. On your screen, can you see? There are some pictures of aquatic plants. You can see varieties of aquatic plant on your screen. Can you identify them? Some of them are hydrophytes. All of them are hydrophytes. Yes. Now, terrestrial plant. On your screen, can you see those terrestrial plants that you can see around your surrounding? Yeah, you can see there are some mango trees also, apple trees also. There are some xerophytes also. These plants, they just grow on land. They are different than aquatic plant. Now, the question may arise on your mind that what are the main differences between aquatic plant and terrestrial plant? अब तपाईहरुले सोचिराख्नु भएको छ कि aquatic plant र terrestrial plant बीचको डिफरेन्स के हो, फरक के हो, के कुरामा aquatic plant र terrestrial plant फरक हुन्छ. Let's see it. See the difference says between aquatic plant and terrestrial plant. On your screen, it is there that the difference between aquatic plant and terrestrial plant. Let's go over it. Aquatic plant, they live in water and are called hydrophytes, whereas terrestrial plant live on land are called mesophytes or xerophytes. Second difference between aquatic plant and terrestrial plant is their roots are very poorly developed. The roots of aquatic plants are very poorly developed. But the roots of terrestrial plants are highly developed. You know why? Because aquatic plant already lives in water. So their roots don't have to do more function to absorb water and minerals, which are necessary for photosynthesis. Whereas terrestrial plant, when roots has to go very deep under the soil to absorb water and mineral. That's why the roots of terrestrial plants are more developed than aquatic plants. Third difference between aquatic and terrestrial plant is the stem of aquatic plant is very soft and flexible. They are very soft, delicate. Whereas the stem of terrestrial, most of the stem of terrestrial plants are very strong. They are woody. Yes. Fourth difference, their body is usually covered with a waxy substance, means the body of aquatic plant is covered with waxy substance, whereas no such waxy substances are found on the body of terrestrial plant. Now you may ask, why the body of aquatic plant is covered with waxy substances? The main purpose of that waxy coat that covers the body of aquatic plant is to protect the plant from decaying in water. They act as a waterproof material for the plant. They don't let any water enter into the body of aquatic plant and let it decay. यो waxy substance ले वाटर एक्वाटिक प्लान्टलाई पानीमा सर्न दिँदैन, हेल्प गर्छ, सर्नबाट हेल्प गर्छ। यदि त्यो वैक्सी सब्सटेन्स हटाइदिने हो भने प्लान्ट्सहरू पानीमा छिटै कुहिन्छ। That is why all the aquatic plants, one body is covered with waxy substance, but on terrestrial plant they don't need such waxy substances. Next and the last, more other difference between aquatic and terrestrial plant is they are very poorly developed plant. Aquatic plants are considered as very poorly developed plant, very ancestral plant. But the terrestrial plants are very highly developed plants. So these were some basic differences between aquatic plants and terrestrial plant. I hope now you can differentiate between aquatic plant and terrestrial plant. Now let's go on further classification of plant on the basis of their lifespan. अब जीवनको जुन ड्युरेसन हो, अन्तराल हो, बाँच्ने समय हो, त्यसको आधारमा पनि प्लान्टलाई हामीले तीन किसिमले विभाजन गर्न सक्छौं. We can divide plant on the basis of their lifespan into three categories. They are first annual plant, second biennial plant, and third perennial plant. Annual plant means those plants that live for a few months or 1 year. त्यस्तो प्लान्टहरु जो एक वर्ष वा एक वर्षभन्दा कम केही महिनासम्म मात्रै बाँच्न सक्छ, त्यस्तो प्लान्टलाई हामीले एनुअल प्लान्ट भन्छौं. For an example, rice, wheat, mustard, yes, these plants just live for few months only. Second is biennial plant. Those plants that live for more than 1 year but less than 2 years. Those plants are called biennial plant. एक वर्षभन्दा बढी बाँच्ने तर 2 वर्षभन्दा कम बाँच्ने प्लान्टलाई हामीले biennial plant भन्छौं. For an example, cabbage, turnip, carrot, many more. Third is perennial plant, means those plants that live for years and years. वर्षौं वर्षसम्म बाँच्ने प्लान्टलाई हामीले perennial plant भन्छौं. Yes, for an example, mango tree, coconut tree, banana tree, these trees that you can see around us, they live for many years. So dear students, on the basis of lifespan, how many categories are there of plants? Yes, 3 categories: annual plant, biennial plant, and perennial plant. I hope you understood about the classification of plant on the basis of their lifespan. Now let's go on the classification of plant on some other topic that you can see. Some pictures of annual plant. Which picture you can see over there? Of course, rice paddy and maize. They are annual plant. They just live for 1 year or less than 1 year. Can you see some biennial plant over there on your screen? Yeah, cabbage, carrot, and many more. These plants live for more than 1 year but less than 2 years. Can you see some perennial plant on your screen? Yeah, lychee, of course, and mango tree. This tree live for many years. I hope you all understood about the classification of plant on the basis of their lifespan. 3 types: annual, biennial, and perennial. Now let's go on the next level of classification of plant. That is classification of plants on the basis of flower. You know, plants are generally divided into 2 types. Yes, means those plants that bear flower and those plants that do not bear flower. Now here on your screen you can see the classification of flowering plants. त्यस्तो प्लान्ट्सहरु जसले फ्लावर दिन्छ, फूल दिन्छ. यस, जसमा हामीले फूल देख्न सक्छौं. त्यस्तो फ्लावरको क्लासिफिकेसन तपाईहरुको स्क्रिनमा छ. And the flowering plants can be divided into 2 divisions. They are gymnosperm and angiosperm. Gymnosperm means those plants that bear flower, all right, but their seeds are naked. Naked seed means what type of seed? Naked seed means those seeds which are not found inside the fruit. Their seeds are naked. त्यस्तो सीडहरु जो फ्रुट भित्र पाइदैन, ओपन हुन्छ, सीड मात्रै हुन्छ. त्यस्तो प्लान्टलाई हामीले जिम्नोस्पर्म भन्छौं. For an example, pine, ficus and many more. Angiosperm means those flowering plants whose seeds are found inside the fruit. Fruit भित्र seed पाइने plants लाई हामीले angiosperm भन्छौं. Again I repeat, जो plant को seed, जुन plant को seed fruit भित्र पाइदैन, naked हुन्छ, त्यो gymnosperm. जुन plant को fruit को seed fruit भित्र पाइन्छ, त्यो भयो angiosperm. For an example, mango, lychee, papaya. अब आजकल आपको सीजन छ. आप भित्रको जुन कोया हो, सीड हो, त्यो हामीले आप भित्र पाउँछौ नि त, फ्रुट भित्र पाइन्छ, ओपन हुँदैन. That is an example of angiosperm. Now, this angiosperm is further divided into 2 classes. They are monocotyledons and dicotyledons. What? Pronounce it again. Monocotyledons and dicotyledons. Mono means single, di means two, cotyl means the leaflet of seed. So, if a seed has single leaflet, that is called monocotyledons or monocot plants. If the seed has two leaflets, then it is called dicotyledons. Now, let's study about the differences between monocotyledons and dicotyledons plant. They are, number one, they have single cotyledon in their leaf. Monocots have single cotyledons. Dicots have two cotyledons, double. Second difference, they have fibrous root system. Means monocotyledons have fibrous root system. Their roots are scattered. They are in fibrous shape. Whereas dicotyledons plant have taproot system. They have a main root, then secondary root. Okay, such root is called taproot system. Third difference between monocotyledons and dicotyledons is according to their variation in their leaf. Have you ever seen the leaf of monocotyledons and dicotyledons? You know, monocotyledons have parallel variation in their leaves. When you see the structure of the variation in the leaf of monocotyledons, you will see that they have parallel variations. Their veins are in parallel shape. Yes, like banana. Have you ever seen banana leaf? Imagine about variation. Their variations are in parallel shape. Whereas dicotyledons have reticulated variation. Means the veins of dicotyledons are scattered. They are not in parallel shape. They are in zigzag form. So, these were some of the differences between monocotyledons plant and dicotyledons plant. Can you give some examples of monocotyledonous plant? Rice, wheat, maize are some examples of monocotyledons plant. Now, can you give some examples of dicotyledons plant? Yeah, of course. Apple, mustard, pea, gram, and many more. Now imagine, think about 20 monocotyledons plant and 20 dicotyledons plant. Write on your copy, note copy. Please, I request you. Now, let's go on further classification of plant. On your screen, you can see the structure of monocotyledons and dicotyledons one seed. You can see on your screen that monocot, if you remove the seed coat of monocot and dicot, seed coat means the covering, the outermost covering of seed, that is called seed coat. When you remove that seed coat of a seed of both monocotyledons and dicotyledons plant, see the structure of embryo, how you can find the embryo over there, and see the structure of cotyledons. In monocotyledons, there are single cotyledon. In dicotyledon, there are two cotyledons. And you may see the structure of the food stored part of a seed. So I hope you all are very clear about this all classification of the plants. Let's revise it, all the classification of plants and all the things that we studied till now about plant. So, we studied about characteristics of plants and animals that distinguish between plant and animal, and these were the basic characteristics. Then we studied about the classification of plants and animals on the basis of their habitats, and then we saw some pictures of some aquatic plants, and we saw some pictures of some terrestrial plants. Then after, we studied about the differences between aquatic plants and terrestrial plants. After that, we studied that the classification of plants on the basis of their lifespan. How many classification of plants on the basis of lifespan? 3. Annual, biennial and perennial. Then we saw some pictures of annual plants. Then we saw some pictures of biennial plants, perennial plants. After that, we studied about the classification of flowering plants, angiosperm and gymnosperm, and finally we saw the structure of a seed that belongs to monocot and dicot. I hope you all students understood today's class, and with the promise that in next class we will study about the classification of animal, I want to leave. Thank you very much for watching me and listening me. Have a nice day. Enjoy yourself.